The same day that this craziness happened on my eBay store, Commonwealth Picker store, the same craziness happened in reverse on Turner's store, the Homeschool Hustler store. All right, y'all, I've been doing this for a long time, and eBay never ceases to amaze me somehow. So I don't know the exact date. I don't know if it's 5 years, 3 years. I certainly know it's more than 2 years. I didn't sell something in a day. And I was like, I didn't even realize it because I was out busy doing family stuff, and we were doing a little traveling. I got back, and I looked at it, and I pulled up this thing, and I'm like, we didn't sell something one day, which just blows my mind. But really fortunate enough that doesn't happen very often, but we're going to talk about it in just a minute. Let's take a look. Hey, first thing is back here before we talk about this day with no sales. It's a little ironic after the video I posted the other day, which we'll talk about. So here it is right here, and I think this came from Hoarder House 1, maybe Hoarder House 2. Maybe it didn't come from it at all, but I think that's where it came. Actually, it might have come from that one that we had to pay to get into early. Anyway, I don't know. $7.99 free ship. All right, so in 21 years, obviously this has happened many times, but as I have sold more and more things, as I have listed more and more things, as I have grown from being part-time to obviously now being full-time, although that's just recent, there are very few days in, say, the last 10 years where something hasn't sold. Well, last week, Friday, I didn't even notice it till like 3 days after the fact. It should be, depending on when you see this, 5 days after the fact at this point. But we had no sales. We literally went from having like $1,400 in sales over 2 days to having zero. So I'm only saying this not to complain, because it actually was pretty good. I got to get away and come back and not have to have an overwhelming amount of stuff to ship. And I enjoyed a little time off over the 4th of July weekend with some family, with my family. It was a good time. So I'm just saying this just to say that don't overreact to a bad day. I get messages, I haven't sold anything in 3 days. What's wrong? What's wrong? Maybe nothing. Maybe nothing. And just looking at today's, we started to really pop back up a little bit. So, you know, I didn't list a bunch either. I hadn't been listing a lot for the last, say, 10 days. So this kind of stuff happens. It also happens to be a heavy travel day. One of the heaviest travel days in like the last decade in this country. So that kind of stuff shouldn't get you. It's not getting me upset. I just wanted to say out there that it happens. It happens, and don't overreact. Take it as an opportunity. This is advice for new folks. If you've been doing this a while, you don't need this advice because you've been through the ups and downs. But if you're new, just take the time that you have that you're not shipping and find stuff, take pictures, and list it. It'll pay off in the end, especially because it's Q3 and Q4 is on its way. All right, have a Harley ornament that finally sold. I think it was 14 plus shipping. See, it's like a, I don't know. It's like a hog, right? It's a gas tank, I think. I'm assuming that's what that is. Bought a bunch of this Harley Christmas stuff from a sale quite a while ago and sold it all off, but this one just wouldn't sell. Finally put it on, I don't know if I did 5% off or something, or just, I don't know, send an offer. I don't even know what I did with this one, but it sold $14 plus shipping. It is all pure profit at this point. This one didn't turn out to be as great of a buy as I thought. I think I paid $20 for it. They were asking $25, I paid $20. I think that's what happened. If you want to go back and tell me I'm wrong, I might be wrong. I think it was from, I bought it in Cincinnati, so it was from one of the 2 videos, but it was with Matt, no BX Picker. So it was probably the first one. He had to be the first one there with Matt Part-Time Pickers. So this one, 20 into, I think, 42 plus shipping. Not bad, I'm not complaining. It just wasn't quite as good as I thought. I was thinking maybe at the time it was probably closer to 60. But I'll take it, no problem. And I think the pronunciation is like Balenciaga. And that's probably wrong, but that's okay. Sold a couple more Wii games. I told you we'd be selling a bunch. And look, this was full just a couple days ago. Let's see here. Mario Kart Wii, 30 bucks. And what was the other one? I think it was this one, no manual in it. And it had a few scratches, but it is tested and working. So this one went for $22.95. So a couple of nice sales there. Those two right there pay for the whole bundle that we bought the other day. I know I said I was getting out of the magnetic travel backgammon replacement pieces business. but it's hard. Until I sell out, that is. $5.99. Jeez. I'm having trouble. Free shipping. All right, if you've been around the show for a while, you know I was a high school history teacher, of course, till just a little while ago, but I also coached baseball. I was a high school baseball coach. I was a head varsity baseball coach for 15 years, but I coached baseball for over 20 years at the high school level. And one thing I would always try to do is put my players, no matter what skill level they were, no matter how great of an athlete or how poor of an athlete they were, I would try to put them in a situation where they could succeed and play off of their strengths. And so as a picker, I had to do that. When I was out there picking with the pros out there in Cincinnati, when I'm with these twin towers here, you know, Matt, part-time picker, and OBX picker, and then, you know, Kayla and Kat, which were the, you know, Energizer bunnies out there. And Philly Flipper too, I forgot, you know, he's a monster too. So I'm like, you know what do I got to do here to find something? And I thought, well, let's go down. You know, I'm already a little lower than those folks. So I started looking down and I started finding great stuff. And this is one of them. It was on the ground along with that pin hat and some other stuff that we found. And this right here, let me show it to you. I saw it on the ground, Star Traction set, just immaculate condition. $5. $5. I'm like, that thing's gotta sell. And sure enough, it does. $120 for that thing plus shipping. And it was low to the ground. Gotta look where other people don't. This one was right out in plain sight. Good prices. Couldn't believe. And you haven't seen this sale yet. I just did it. But this is a kids. The Super Stroke grip is something I recognize right off the bat. I'm like, well, I got a good grip. It's going to be a good club. And sure enough, it is. It's a 2-ball putter, but it's for a child and a junior. And I don't remember what this sold for. Let me look. It came in a set, and you'll see me buy what I thought at the time was a little overpriced. It was a kid's set. I'm like, I'm going to get that so I can get the putter. It was $50 for the set. Then I'm going to sell off the set, and I'm going to sell off the putter, and I'll double my money. So I'm actually not quite going to profit double my money, 50 into, I'll probably end up making about $42, $43. This one sold for $44 plus shipping, and I will take it for sure. It is not a monster big sale, but combined with the other stuff, I bought a whole ton of clubs, and I think it was $90-some. I think one of them is going to sell for right about that, maybe about $100, and all the other clubs are going to be pure profit. So I guess you could say this is pure profit, but I'll take it like it. All right, the same day that this craziness happened on my eBay store, Commonwealth Picker store, the same craziness happened in reverse on Turner's store, the Homeschool Hustler store. Crazy stuff. But before I show you what sold out of his stuff, and he'll come in and do a couple sales, but listen, there were 6 sales the same day. I sold none. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it. But, you know, that's just a way. You know, maybe it's fate. Maybe there's something going on. Who the heck knows? My guess is it's just happenstance. So I'm going to show you something else real quick before I show you a few things that sold out of his store before we bring him in here. I have been, I don't know if you, well, I don't know, in the course of the video, normally I just stack it all here and I do all the shipping later. But it is hot outside. So that AC back there has got to, once it turns off, it doesn't take long in here to heat up at all. So what I've been doing is filming a little bit, shipping a little bit, turning it on while I ship, turning it off while I video. Well, you get the point. So I just wanted to mention that, you know, some people ask me where ship. That's what I ship these in right here. I love these things. I've never used them before until, say, maybe, I don't know, until I started shipping those keychains out. Not the keychains I'm going to show you in a minute, but the other ones, the car ones. And this is what I use, and then I put it in the bubble. This one here is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites, but I'm careful as to what we ship in them because they do tear a little bit. But this is perfect. So the ornament is absolutely perfect for one of these things. It's hard. It's not going to break. It's absolutely perfect. I wouldn't put that on. Well, I guess I probably would put it in here, but I think it's better in here. I love having the right stuff to ship with. Even these, you know, this is a 6x4x4. Have the right tube. I just love this. Now, you got to keep these bigger boxes around for bigger things. But for the most part, 90% of what I ship is stuff right here. I have these over here. The record stuff is over here. Envelopes. But pretty much all my supplies are right here, which is why I love the shipping table. Somebody asked where you buy the shipping table, and it is in the same store as all the merch. It's in CommonwealthPicker.com. So, well, you can't buy the table, but the plans. are in there. Somebody from Salem, Virginia asked, and I just figured I'd throw it in here real quick. All right, these two are out of the drawer over here, thanks to the toy addict. I think I put her card up here, right here. There you go. She's the one who made these fancy dancy little things for me here. But it wasn't one of these keychains that sold. I need another keychain. I don't. It's okay. I gotta remember the right one. I think it's this one and this one right here. I can't remember their names. Mel maybe and Buddy. Boy, I'm probably gonna mess that up. And these sold to the same person, a viewer, and they left a message. Well, I got the two right. Buddy is the dachshund, right there. Or as my wife calls him, the dash hound. And this is a pug. I guess it's a pug. And that one is Mel. So there you go. Sold to Joanna. I think I pronounced that right. A big fan of your YouTube channel. Wanted to support your kids' eBay store and purchase these keychains. Happy 4th of July. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. We hope you had a good holiday as well, and they're headed your way. I'll show you another thing sold out of Turner store, and I think these sold for Reagan out of that store. They're Shopkins. Let me see if I can dump them out. Not a huge seller here. I saw a huge lot at a sale the other day, and I passed them up. They're just not worth a ton, unless you have a ton. And you can find some huge lots, and if they're selling them off cheap, the Shopkins can bring a little bit of money, depending on which ones are in there, but I don't know. You don't need to see them all, I suppose. $7.50, I think, is what they went for. So, like I said, not huge money. And these, I wouldn't ship in here. Like, these are perfect, right? These are perfect to go in here. I wouldn't ship these in there, although they're pretty sturdy. I might put them in a bigger padded envelope. That's not the paper kind, but I think we'll just put them in the 4x4x4. And yes, these are in the affiliate links. These, I think, are in the affiliate links. But I love these things. I love having the right size boxes. It keeps things under and the right weights. Like that ornament's pretty heavy, and it's still probably going to be under 4 ounces because I have the right thing to package it in. If I put it in a box and put packaging in it, it might slip over, and so you end up saving the cost of this thing just in the shipping alone. All right, have a watch auction, and this brings up a couple of topics that I know I've got questions about, and sometimes it just kind of jogs my memory, so I pulled something up to show you. This is in the Froggy Flips drawer. Commonwealth Grandpa, it was $5 on the bag when he gave it to me, but he said he just paid $3 for it. And there was nothing. It's gold-filled stuff. I could have made more money selling them off individually, but it takes forever to list and whatnot. There's not a ton of money. So I decided to do an auction. This is a Timex Indiglo. And so this one has a value probably around 15 bucks. The other ones are maybe $5 a piece. So I'm like, you know what, let's just do an auction, make a quick buck, and somebody else can list these individually and make some money. That's what we did. $21.50 plus shipping, so $3 into $21. You know, it's close to a $15 profit after fees and whatnot. So happy with that because it took virtually no time at all. And I didn't get this auction on this channel. So we're doing this Commonwealth Auctions channel. Now the channel is not doing auctions. It is a place for me to put videos that I'm putting into the description of the eBay listing. And somebody asked about that. Go to flippertools.com. Lonnie from Shed Flips, I think, has a video attached to that website. And he'll explain it to you. It's not complicated. And if you go to any of our auctions, almost any of them, this one didn't have one, and the Inman ones don't have one. But every auction that I think might need one from here on out, I'm going to post to this channel. But if you I guess you can come over here and take a look. You don't need to. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to do a few things with this channel. Most of it is just going to be putting videos because you can't take pictures of 1,000 cards, right? But you can go through them on a video. And so that's hopefully what we're going to do. You can't get great condition by taking pictures when you're selling a ton of bottles. So I went and I pointed out some things in the video. It helps people feel a little bit more secure when they're buying things. My wife's also been playing around with doing some shorts, putting them on Instagram and on TikTok even. And so I decided to put one up here. And it's basically the last video we put out on Commonwealth Picker. And we condensed it down to a short video and put on here. I don't know if we're going to do that or not, continue it. But anyway, that's the plan here. So I've got a Monster High doll lot coming up soon that I'm going to do a video of because there are various conditions put on this channel. But yeah, you can link videos. You just have to do it based on eBay's rules. And so you definitely need to do that before you start putting hyperlinks in there. All right, have an Inman auction, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But I want to finish up talking about this because there's a couple more ideas that I have for that channel. And I want to explain because I got a lot of questions about it. All right, if you've been around a while, you know that this channel you're watching right now, Commonwealth Flipper, actually started by putting up content that was a camera up here, just me shipping in super, super duper fast speed with music to it. That's how this channel started. It was just showing me packaging stuff. And so this is, you know, I don't know that this is ever going to be anything but exactly what it is. Putting all the stuff we're auctioning off. As I buy more and more, I want to have a place where people can see exactly what they're bidding on eBay. The short thing we'll probably put any shorts content over here as well if we do any of that in the future. But I probably, if we ever start back up the shipping videos, we'll put them on this channel as well. Because most people don't like to watch those. We get about 25% of the normal folks that watch it. And if you put that kind of content on a channel that's doing very well, it shows it as in the algorithm as not being very good and kind of depresses the channel. So I want to put that other content. Also, if we ever do anything live, if we ever get any decent internet out here, we're going to do it on this channel right there. So that might explain it a little bit. Because I have had a lot of people, you know, why start another channel? I'm not really doing anything different. Just different content other than this. This will always be right here. The garage sales will always be on Commonwealth Picker. So just the weird stuff that some people might like to see, plus the auction stuff will be on I shouldn't say weird. It's not weird to see somebody ship. A lot of new folks, that's how we built the channel actually, because people like to see, how do you ship that? How do you ship that? Well, I just fast forwarded everything I shipped every day and showed it to people. All right, here it is. If you missed the announcement, we are auctioning off all the Inman that we have. Well, not all of them, but most of them, slowly but surely. And we're doing it to raise funds for a new shed. So this one went to a viewer, and I'm going to read the message in a minute. And this is what comes with that auction. And then we're going to add this to the total, put your name down in our little book over here. Have a book, and we're writing down everybody's name who is contributing, either buy me a coffee or with one of these auctions, and we're going to total it up. I'm thinking, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you in a minute. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. But I do want to say thank you to Jessica. So, Kevin and family, I'm making the transition from 20 years of nursing to full-time reselling. Wow, that's amazing. So it's very similar to 21 years teaching, full-time reselling. Inman is a must to have for my business. Well, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for everything you and your adorable family do. I'm about my adorable family, but, you know, well, I guess they're all pretty cute compared to me anyways. For the reselling community, Fancy Boho Jojo. You've bought from us before, Jessica, so thank you very, very much. We appreciate it, and we'll put your name on that list. And what we're going to do, if you didn't hear the announcement, we're going to, whatever we do in the new shed, and now this money, because the generosity is crazy. I feel like I'm like a YouTube panhandler here, raising money for this shed, but hopefully I provide something more than standing on the street corner, maybe at least some entertainment for you. But we're going to do something now. I don't know. Now I'm starting to think, what do you think? Give me your opinion in the comments here. Do we need a shed? Another shed? Does it need to be bigger, smaller? Do we need to build an actual building back here somewhere? Metal building, garage type building? I don't know. Now I'm starting to think a little bit more about it, a little bit thinking about it. We got to have a name for it. There's a lot of stuff we got to take care of here. So make sure you keep contributing your opinions in the comments. We appreciate it. Turner, you had 6 sales, but we're only going to do 2 because I did the rest by myself. All right, hey, these are Paw Patrol. And I asked him, I said, you know any of their names? And he said, I only remember one. Which one?
Chase.
Chase? Is that a police officer?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never watched that for a very long time.
Very long time, yes. Huh? For sure. And that's all for $12 plus shipping. I ended up paying, they were $2 a piece at the sale. I ended up paying $1. Or I wouldn't have bought them. So $4 and I think $12.95 plus shipping. So, you know, I don't know, it's probably $7 profit. Not a ton, but good enough. Who's that guy? Rafiki. That's right. From Lion King, huh? Yeah. And you haven't seen that in a long time either. We're going to have to watch that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. He is a mandrill monkey. And they picked him for that because he plays like a, you won't know what I'm talking about here, I don't think, but like a witch doctor. You ever heard of a witch doctor? Or a shaman or like a medicine man? We'll have to learn about them sometime. So in cultures that are animistic, well, I'm getting way over the top, aren't All right, buddy. I love your shirt. Did you like going to the July 4th baseball game we went to?
Yeah, I loved it like a
Pretty
lot.
good. Where did you go? Why don't you tell me where you went? You went to the Durham Bowls.
Yeah, Durham.
And what happened when we were there? What was your favorite part about the game?
Getting on the big screen and watching fireworks.
You said you got on the big screen, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the camera got right up to him and like, oh, look at that cute kid right there. We're going to get him on there. He was excited about it. All right, buddy. That sold, I think, just for $6. I paid 50 cents. $6 plus shipping, which is definitely enough to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
All right, couple of puzzles out of the Homeschool Hustler store. So he's still going to have a set. Well, you probably already seen him by now. But here's a couple more. So I picked these up for 50 cents when I find them, and they're not really, I mean, there's probably $5 profit in each. Maybe a little bit more. I think one sold for $8 plus shipping, one sold for $7 plus shipping. But my kids and my wife like to put them together, and I don't know. So I just buy them. And then they take a picture of them together and all that stuff. So to me, it's worth it. Can y'all hear the AC? I have it on good authority. Aunt Lori out there, she says, stop mentioning that. Nobody cares about the air conditioner. But I hear it when I'm editing, so today I just like, all right, forget it. We're just going to do it. So there you go. There's definitely enough for him to save $1, spend $1, and donate $1. I like this one, by the way. Check that out. I like it. I like that one, too. Blue Ridge Mama loves this. But I think that one's cool. And a Commonwealth Grandpa sale. Here you go. Look at how thin that thing is. Nothing to it at all. $12 plus shipping. Crazy. So that'll be on his total because that did come from the official Commonwealth Grandpa buy. All right, we're giving that one a $9 profit right there. $9 profit. And that'll give us a total from $115 so far, $280 with plenty of stuff to go for sure. All right, Reagan has a couple of sales for you here out of the CommonwealthPicker.com. Where'd you get them silly things?
Five Below.
You want to play rock, paper, scissors?
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I think I'm going to win every time.
Rock, paper, scissors, rock. I don't know.
All right, who got what here?
David, Amy, and Timmy.
All right, David, Amy, and Timmy. Blue shirts are on fire in here. Just on fire. Let's see. David's from Texas. Amy's from Florida. Jimmy's from Ohio. Jimmy says he can't wait to represent at the Highway 127 sale. I am seriously considering going to that, y'all. I've never been. You want to go with me?
Sure.
And if I see somebody out there in a Commonwealth Picker shirt, maybe I should. Do I have your permission? I'll bring some big stickers, and if I see somebody in a shirt, I'll give them a sticker. Yeah. What do you think?
Good idea.
All right, baby. Thank you.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Hey, speaking of the Buy Me a Coffees or Buy Me a Shed at this point, there's a bunch of folks. I want to say thank you. Wrote you down in the book already. Your kindness is amazing, and when we get this thing done, you'll find your name somewhere in the new building. Gary, Amy, Angela, Dave, Joy. Gary gave 5 pieces of a shed, 5 coffees. Amy 5, Angela 3, Dave 3, Joy 5. That's $42, y'all. Let me show you something. All right, so just in like a week, $363. It just blows my mind. We're gonna have a shed. So we're gonna have to start it, and some people started naming it here. I'm not gonna read every one, take forever. Thank y'all very, very much for the kind words. If y'all wanna see it, go to buymeacoffee.com/Commonwealth and you can see their comments and my responses. This is Gary from Florida here. And he says, a little something towards the Lynchburg loft, he said. LOL, sorry, best I could come up with in a hurry. How about Blue Ridge Barn? I like that. Blue Ridge Mama liked that. So, although she did say when I told her about this and people were giving to it, she's like, well, where am I going to get my coffee money? She likes herself some coffee. So, anyway, thank you all so much. You guys are amazing, and we can't wait to see you next time.